Hello everyone, I'm your English teacher from Shri Guru Harkrishan Senior Secondary Public School and I hope everything is good with you and your family. Now in today's class, we will discuss a grammar topic that is nouns. And I hope in your previous class you may have done this topic, what are noun, what are different kinds of noun and how to use noun in English language. For those who don't know the answer of these questions, let's revise this topic with me. Now, first question is, what are nouns? So, nouns are simply the names we give to everything around us, whether it to be a person, an event, a place, or an object, etc. Every particular name used to define something is a noun. Example, Amsterdam, Anita, blackberry, honesty, waiter, etc. These words are known as noun. Next one is types of noun. Now there are different types of noun and we will discuss one by one. First type is proper nouns. Now what are proper nouns? These nouns are the name of specific people and places. These nouns also refer to the names of the days of week and months and also the various names for religions, organizations, institutions, etc. Proper nouns basically refer to the names that are specific to that particular noun. These nouns are always capitalized as they need to be distinct from other nouns. Now, examples of proper noun. William Shakespeare was a playwright. So, it is a proper noun William Shakespeare because there is no other person that is William Shakespeare. I will be visiting New York next month. So again it is a proper noun because it is a specific city in the world. There is no other New York City in the world exist. Another example, everyone dislikes Monday mornings and we know that Monday is the day of the week and it is a unique in itself. The holy book of Islam is the Quran. We know that there is only a holy book for the Muslim and that is Quran. So that is again a proper noun. Now next one is common nouns. These are the nouns that are used to denote a general category of people, places or things. They are capitalized only when they are at the beginning of a sentence. Common nouns don't refer to something specific, rather they are a general term used for every noun of a particular kind or type. So what are common nouns that we use in a common that are not so special? Example, the boys went to play cricket. So here boys and cricket is a common noun as they can refer to any boy or any cricket match. There is nothing specified by these nouns. So these are known as a common noun. Another example, this neighborhood is one of the best in the area. So neighborhood here is the common noun as there are innumerable neighborhoods all over the world. So that are not specified. Another example, she was trying to answer her phone while buying coffee. So here we see phone and coffee that both are general indicators of the object and the drink. Now third category is abstract nouns. Now what are abstract nouns? These nouns are the names of things that we can't perceive through our five senses of touching, smelling, seeing, hearing and tasting. These nouns can also refer to medical conditions related to the mind and are also used to express thoughts. Example, she screamed with great delight. We know that we can't touch delight, we can't see delight, we can't hear delight, we can only feel. So here the feelings and emotions are known as abstract noun. Delight is an abstract noun as it tells about the state of a person's mind and any actual physical thing. Next example, his bravery in the war won him a medal. The abstract noun bravery is used to name the motivation behind certain actions made by people. Another example, One should learn to be as independent as possible. So we know that independent, we can't see that one. We can't touch independent person. So that is independent is a emotion that we can feel. So here independent describes a state of a way of being, hence it is an abstract noun. Now next category of noun is countable nouns. The nouns that fall under this category are the ones that have both singular and plural forms. They can be counted either relatively or completely and form plurals to associate with plural verbs in a sentence. They can also be expressed in numerical terms. So countable nouns are those which we can count. I need to pay 4 new suitcases for my trip. Here, suitcases is a noun and we can count. Suitcases is a countable noun as adding s to make it plural. Next example, does anyone want some oranges? Here, some is being used to count noun oranges. Now, next one is she had a pet dog. So, dog is also a countable noun as its plural is dogs. Now, next category is uncountable nouns. These nouns are the exact opposite of countable nouns. These nouns are the names of things that can't be counted and have only a singular form. These nouns use singular verb in a sentence. Examples, the furniture was damaged in moving out. Furniture is an uncountable noun and therefore we use the singular was in referring to it. So all the uncountable nouns follow a singular verb with them. Next one example, is 250 grams of sugar enough? Here sugar is an uncountable noun as sugar itself can't be counted. It can only be weighed. He always answers questions with honesty. Honesty is an uncountable noun and it has no plural and can't be counted in physical terms either. Next one is collective nouns. Now what are collective nouns? Collective nouns is the name we give to a group of nouns to refer to them as one entity. The most common method of doing this is by using words like group or bunch that can be applicable to most of the nouns in the language today. But there are some specific names given for certain groups of nouns to make things more interesting and funny. Like these collective nouns are commonly used under the category of people, a class of students, an army of soldiers, a choir of singers, a crew of sailors, a band of musicians, a bunch of crooks, a gang of thieves, a group of dancers, a team of players, a pack of thieves. Another collective nouns, a crowd of people, spectators, a troupe of artists, dancers, an audience of listeners, a staff of employees, a regiment of soldiers. Next one is a tribe of natives, an audience of listeners, a panel of experts, a gang of laborers, a flock of tourists, a board of directors. So next one again, a catch of fish, an army of ants, a flight of birds, a flock of birds, a school of fish, a hive of bees, a litter of cubs, a host of sparrows, a team of horses, a flock of sheep. So these are the different kinds of group noun. A troop of lions, a pack of wolves, a murder of crows, a kennel of dogs, a pack of hounds. So the following collective nouns are used for animals: a herd of deer, cattle, elephant, goat and buffaloes. So these are the nouns that we have used and I hope you understood what is being taught in today's class. The exercises of this chapter will be discussed by your teacher. Till the time, stay safe, stay at home. Thank you.